Hey everyone, it's Chris. Hope you're having a good day. Today we are back because it is Wednesday. Y'all know what that means. It is new comic release day. So I'm gonna keep it short because I'm gonna ride over there and get some new things. Um, to be honest, I'm not sure what all comes out this week. I didn't really look too much prior in advance, so I know there's the Ultimate Hawkeye, I believe, is coming out this week, #1, which will be my first venture into the Ultimates universe. I'm assuming I'm gonna be lost getting into it. I don't think like it's a standalone issue. I'm pretty sure it ties into the rest of the Ultimate stuff. So, not sure, but I'm still gonna grab it. I know the first issue of Street Sharks came out. I was interested in. I think Escape #2 came out, which I loved. Escape #1, so I'll definitely be grabbing that. Yeah, other than that, I don't really know too much off the top of my head. So we're gonna ride over and take a look. I'll see you guys shortly. Oh, we are back, and I made it out with a stack much fatter than I thought I would be walking out with today. I don't know if we can see in there, but I don't think it's focusing. A lot of issues for sure to be had. There were a lot more releases this week than I was anticipating. A couple #2 releases for issues that I've picked up #1 and stuff recently. Yeah, a lot of stuff I just didn't realize was going to be on the shelves. So walked out with a much larger stack than anticipated. So let's get into it. Just gonna go right down the list here of how they were bagged, but right on top we got our Ultimate Hawkeye #1. So as I said, this will be my first venture into the current Marvel Ultimate lines. I'm sure I will be confused to some degree about what's happening in this because I think it ties into the rest of it. We'll see. I'm excited though. First Ultimates. I always liked Hawkeye, but this is seemingly very different from the Hawkeye I know, so very cool. Next up, we got Escape #2. Absolutely loved Escape #1. So I'm very excited to see where this goes in the second issue here. Very gritty, very rugged, very thriller action packed. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good material in this one. I already know. Street Sharks #1. So all I know about these Street Sharks, I think they had like a cartoon or TV show at one point maybe, but my only background with them is when I was little in grade school, my best friend had some toys of them, these Street Sharks. They were maybe around like this big or so, and I think the top of them, like the shark body bit, was like rubber or something like that. I don't really remember too much other than that or know anything about the Street Sharks, but yeah, issue 1, I saw it and I was excited for it, so pick that up, check it out, why not? Next up, Skinbreaker #1. This is Robert Kirkman and David Finch. I don't really know much about this one. I think it has to do with this weapon and somebody who is like capable of wielding it. I know a lot of people were excited for this, I think, because of Robert Kirkman being attached to it. I have not read any of Robert Kirkman's work to my knowledge. I'm familiar with it through adaptations, but none of the original comic material. I saw this one announced a while back and I wanted to check it out. I had no idea it released today, and I saw it on the shelf and I was like, oh, absolutely. So got #1. I might in fact be more excited for this one even. We got another #1 from Image Comics here. This one is called Viking Moon. Another one that I had no idea was coming out today. I have not heard or seen anything on it. I really like Viking and Norse mythology and history. I see big monsters. That seems pretty cool. On the back we got here this image of the ship with the lightning striking. Yeah, very excited for this one. There was a variant cover that I really liked and I was torn between, but I decided to stick with the default cover A here. But yeah, like I said, I think I might be more excited for this than Skinbreaker as far as my Image Comics release go today. I don't know, something about this one, I'm just really interested in it. Next up, we got one of our #2s here that I was talking about, Mortal Thor. Mortal Thor #2, this cover is really cool, I love this one. There was another variant for this one also I was torn between, but yeah, this one's just too nice. Very excited to pick up with Immortal Thor because #1 was really cool, really different. I'm excited to see some more action. It was very explicit, more mature than I was thinking it was going to be. So we're going to continue with Immortal Thor. For another #2, we've got our Immortal Legend Batman. I had no idea dropped today. Really liked the first one. To be honest, if this was like a long ongoing series, I probably wouldn't be picking it up regularly. I'd just wait for like trades or collected maybe, but I know it's like a limited 6 or 12 issue run I think this is supposed to be, so yeah, we're picking those up because I'm not as we can tell here, but trying to limit myself, especially when it comes to like big ongoing runs, because I'm currently like caught up with all the absolutes, and that's already a lot. And the ultimates was another one, but that's a lot. I'm just gonna stick to the trades with those, or maybe even bigger hardcovers in the future, whatever. But at least Hawkeye wanted to grab number one. Anywho, Mortal Legend Batman number two. I really like the first one. Excited to see where we go in the second one here. And speaking of absolutes, I missed the actual Batman Day that passed over the weekend, excuse me. I know I had uploaded a video recently for Batman Day when the Batman Deadpool release dropped happened, and I had a couple Batman issues to catch up on myself, and I read those. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. But an actual Batman Day occurred over the weekend where they had some limited release issue covers. So I got the Absolute Batman number one Batman Day cover. You can see there. I don't think this was a very rare one. At least at my shop, they had like just rows and rows of these, like 3 stacks of this thing. So I don't think this is a limited rare pickup by any means, but a cool collector's thing to have nonetheless. I almost got the Absolute Batman Work in Progress one. It's like the big board, but it's super cool. It was all the like original like sketch art, I guess, the board art, like all black and white and stuff, but just big print. So there was just too much to get. I had to put it on hold because they had a couple of them. So maybe I'll get it in the future, who knows. Next up we got The Invisible Man issue 2, another number 2 we're continuing. Yeah, this one was really interesting. I like the first one a lot. I don't know much about the character itself, but another one that's just like a short limited run, like 6 or 12 issues I think, so I'm gonna keep checking it out because it's interesting, so we'll see. Last but not least, as far as new releases go today, we've got the Twilight Zone. This is the first issue titled The Blanks, or Blanks, as you can see right here, Twilight Zone Blanks. This is an interesting series. I watched some of like the original series. I think they have like 2 television shows of it, maybe, if not more. I don't know if there's any features or anything like that, but I've seen the original one, a couple episodes here and there. I poked around and watched it a while back when I was in school. I had no idea this was coming out. I just saw it on the shelf, and like I said, it was an issue 1. This was the variant cover that really struck me. I saw the first like variant A cover, and I was like, oh, Twilight Zone, I'll check it out. But then I saw this one, and I was like, okay, no, this one gets me going. So yeah, cool cover. Decided to pick it up. And like I said, that was it for new releases today that I found. However, I have been trying to catch up on my Absolute runs. So Absolute Wonder Woman, I was missing issue 7 for a while because it was not reprinted. And for Absolute Superman, I was missing issue 4 and 5. Those finally came in today. So we've got our second reprints here of Absolute Superman number 4 and Absolute Superman number 5. I will finally be able to catch up with both Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman now. So stay tuned for some videos on those in the future. I plan on doing like a big just read through of like beginning to where we're currently at. So I'm gonna have to work on those a little bit because I'm not buying all those issues at once, but eventually I'm gonna have a video ideally where I'm gonna compile my reading and thoughts through of the Absolute lines when I catch up to them. So at least for Absolute Superman and Wonder Woman, I'll be doing that. Stay tuned for those in the future. For today, I definitely want to read at least one thing out of this stack. What are we feeling? So I think I'm going to check out the Street Sharks number 1 here today, at least for this video, because once again, I don't know anything about it, and this is one of the only ones I knew that was actually going to be releasing today, and I anticipated picking up. So I just kind of want to check it out and see what it's got going on, see if it's interesting at all, share with y'all. If there is any of these that you would like to see me go over, stay tuned for next week. I'll have my new reader recap video uploaded where I will be covering at least a good amount of these issues, I'm sure. So if you're curious to see any of these, or if you'd specifically like to see any of them, drop that in the comments and stay tuned for that video. But in the meantime, we're going to try out some Street Sharks number 1 today. Alright, so that was Street Sharks number 1. I gotta say, I probably won't be continuing it, and I don't mean that like as an insult. It's just not for me personally. It's kind of what I was expecting, I guess, but just like way more at a like generic, feels like very basic kids TV kind of cartoon, which I don't know if that's what that was, or what Street Sharks was at a time. like I said, I know my friend had it as a toy when we were kids, and if it was a cartoon, I'm assuming it's some type of children's thing. So I don't know if it's, general audiences or what, but it's just very like kind of like cheesy and on the nose a bit. There's a lot of puns and just like fish and water related terms that are constantly being used. It feels like a bit of like Deadpool, but when it's too much, it's like, all right, we need to, dial it back a bit. It's pretty straightforward as far as plot goes. The Street Sharks, I guess, are part of a team. They have like an HQ, kind of similar to like the Turtles. It's just like four of them, and they got their lair or whatever, and they have some people that help them, like some doctors, scientists. We've got the villain, Dr. Paradigm, and there's like these three, what do they call, like CVIDs or something, like, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just like they're trying to steal stuff. They are stopping them because they fight crime, except in the city everyone's like, hey, the Street Sharks are actually causing harm because they're damaging the city. Even if they're doing it to, stop theft, they're causing more harm in the process than they are helping. So that's kind of like the conflict. He's trying to do something. At the very end, the Street Sharks catch him, and they have this like vial of, I guess, the same stuff that transformed them into the Street Sharks. I don't know the lore, the backstory. I guess these are guys and they got like mutated or whatever. I'm not familiar, but sounds like he turned them into the Street Sharks, and now they're trying to stop him, and he's stealing with the monsters, and they're trying to stop it, and the city's like, hey, you're the monsters. So yeah, just pretty basic level stuff. Not my favorite writing, unfortunately. But yeah, overall it was like a cool little thing just to get introduced to the characters and see what's up with the world. But as I said, I probably will not be continuing to read it. So that'll be that for today. Like I said, if there's anything you would like to check out as far as other things that I got today and want to see my thoughts and opinions on it, any recommendations or suggestions you have, you can drop it in the comments below, and stay tuned until the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.